viewers, and we always glad and happy to have you today. And this segment ambayo tunaita Beyond the Headlines, we always here to see and discuss some of the major issues ama mambo ambayo yamekuwa yakifanyika during the week. Tunaweza kuyachambua, tunaweza kuanalyze kidogo na kiundani kwa sababu ni mambo ambayo yamekuwa yakifanyika. So we always grateful ya kwamba mmekuwa pamoja na sisi all the way, na tunashukuru sana. So in this show tunakuwa na one of our own ambao tunajivunia sana from our own county, Nakuru City. Our analyst. Unajua majina yako ni mengi sana.
Kabisa.
Karibu kwenye show.
Shukran bwana Kimogo. Yes, nasalimia watazamaji wetu wote wa Mizpah Tv popote walipo, wale ambao wanatutazama kutoka hapa Bahati, kaunti ya Nakuru, Kenya yote kwa jumla, na hata wale ambao wanatutazama kama bwana Jore Karanja akiwa kule Seattle anatumia mitandao ya kijamii kututazama hapa kutoka Mizpah TV.
Yeah, that is very nice.
Very good.
Maybe we can start with just a brief of our county news, anything that has been happening.
The county has been doing well. We welcome the rains. We are just about to start eating the raw maize, tunaitanga the metungo. The maize imefanya vizuri kabisa. But we have some ugly news that were exposed by BBC from Maimahi, where our teenage girls, underage girls, are being exploited and lured into early sexual kind of behavior. And it's not good for us, but I'm happy and glad that our county governor, the CEO of this county, Her Excellency Susan Ikheka, has been very firm and assertive that that has to be brought to an end. He has given instructions and asked even the security organs within the county and even national government to come in and intervene and save the situation. He has also directed the education and child care related stakeholders to go and offer some support to those who have found to be victims. So it's upon all of us, parents, relatives of those victims, and the entire society kwa jumla, to make sure that our kids are safe. That's a very bad thing happening right here in our county. And I'm sure it's not just Maimahi. That's just a speck, and the security organs should move with speed and ensure that such things do not happen in our country again.
We condemn it. It's very unfortunate. It is very bad what has been happening. I think it's also high time that the government needs now to do reactivation of the elders ambao walikuwa pale.
That is it.
Of late kumekuwa na kuna uhusiano ambao defect kidogo between the police and the elders pale, because whenever now they try now to report some of these cases, kuna vile ambavyo uhusiano umeanguka. So inafai ku implement, because kulikuwa na ile flow of information na ilikuwa ina travel faster, ilikuwa inasaidia the administration to know what has been happening now to the to the lower level. Still speaking of that, we also say sorry. Yesterday we saw kulikuwa na accident around pale Naivasha. Involved, that is ile basi ya Kenya Pipeline na hiyo na the train. So tuliona kulingana na the media station, tuliona kulikuwa na watu 8 ambao waliweza kuaga.
So sad.
So we say sorry so much.
So we offer our condolences to the affected families and Nakuru at large.
So a lot of has been happening. Na hii wiki imekuwa na mambo mengi sana. Tumeona that is kumekuwa na mambo ya citizen ya tumekuwa tukiona mambo ya Harambee Stars. Tumekuwa pia tukiangalia kuna uhusiano wetu, urafiki fulani wetu na nchi fulani. And I think tutaanzia hapo because
unaenda ukizorota.
Last time tuliona it was so joyful, it was so colorful wakati that is our president.
When he was invited by Joe Biden. It was a very colorful event.
Kakalia kiti.
Alikalia kiti ya rais.
Kiti kukalia kwanza Muafrika kukalia pale.
Haijakuwa kitu ya kawaida.
Ni ile heshima ambayo alipatiwa, ilipatiano 15 years ago.
Look at that.
Na president
we were quite privileged. I don't know whether this privilege is going. I don't know whether it is because Rigathi Gachagua has gone to the US and possibly he is whispering not so good words about us as a country. We really request him to tame his asiseme yote. Ingine ni ya nyumbani.
Ile jenzi wanasema asichome.
Akanyangie zingine. Ingine tukuje tu hado hapa nyumbani. Yenye si ya nyumbani azipeleke Ulaya.
Tumeona kuna hiyo uhusiano.
Sure.
And you know, now kuna another new regime ambayo imekuja. So wanasema wata review hiyo uhusiano kwa sababu na NATO ally, unajua sasa the NATO ni ile ni association ya kule juu ya the North Atlantic something ambayo iko pale kama vile tunakuwa tuna East Africa.
Exactly.
Sasa hao wengine ni marafiki ambao hawajahusikana na hiyo area. Na ukiwa rafiki wa hao kuna mambo fulani lazima, sheria fulani lazima utimize.
Exactly.
Mambo ya human rights, mambo ya nini, corruption na hiyo mambo yote utimize.
That is it.
But of late now our nation inaonekana ni kana kwamba
tunaenda tunachunguzwa at the moment. We are on the pan, we are on the hot pan.
Mambo ya abduction, mambo ya nini, so much corruption and everything.
RSF involvement with the RSF. I don't know where we are headed as a country, but according to the Chief Cabinet Secretary, Bwana Musalia Mudavadi, I think he is telling us we are still safe as a country. Our relationship with the USA is not that bad. And if anything, he's going to intervene where he can. But again, do we really need Americans? Remember just juzi walitoa USAID ilikuwa inasaidia a lot, especially in terms of aid to HIV related cases
and all those.
Exactly. So I don't know, you know, with Americans as friends, you don't need an enemy. So I will not say that we don't need their relationship, because again, we have had quite a bunch of Kenyans. You have seen the number of people that Rigathi Gachagua is meeting, who are working and some staying in the USA, and they really generate a lot of revenue to our country. So it's good that we rejuvenate, recultivate the kind of relationship that we had there before that was so cordial. So it's imperative upon our cabinet minister and even the foreign affairs department at large to make sure that they recultivate back that kind of relationship, so that the gains that we used to get with the good relationship, we continue with them. Because you remember, US government was also financing our Haiti mission. We have our soldiers in Haiti who are keeping peace in Haiti, and they are all under the payment of the USA. So we need them. We need them, yes. And it's good that we recap and see what we can do and make sure that tusiseme kama vile niliona wengine wakijipiga vifua, we don't need them now.
We need them.
Let's bring them closer. We milk what we can as a country. We benefit where we can. We have a lot of aid that comes from the US. I'm not a supporter of genetically modified organisms that come from those sides, but we have a lot that we can share with them. I remember even we have enough scholars who have gone to the US, obtained their education, and come back here Kenya to make sure that they dispense the knowledge that they have obtained from that country.
I don't know if maybe those in government
probably again Bwana Kimotho, if you're being hated because of corruption, if you're being edged out because of our bad behavior, then we have an opportunity to rectify where we are wrong. So I think we have an opportunity. Let's utilize it.
I was thinking maybe we rushed too much. We didn't, you know, have that enough time to read the agreement that is supposed to be done.
Exactly.
Also at the same time, you know, just pia kuna ile treaty niliona wakisema that is we have entered into other contracts with other nations like China, that is Russia, that is Iran.
So who are enemies of America.
Of America. So I think now sometimes we need also now to realize
to flex and make sure that we don't tie our hands. Exactly. We should flex ourselves and make sure that they don't dictate to us who to have as a friend and who to have as an enemy.
Because what is happening, we are becoming, you know, economic slavery to them.
That is it.
Because sasa wanatuwekea usipofanya hii, we are not going to do this,
that is it.
Going to do this and this and this and this.
Sure.
So just maybe to wrap up on that story, we also saw that the former deputy president akisema atatoa tusiri kwa the US president.
Well, we will request him while he is abroad to make sure that whatever is meant for our home affairs does not go to the external world. So probably he's doing it for his own political gain. But again, if it's detrimental to our country, he should not go that far. He should at least convince the Americans that he needs to come here, maybe probably and vie as a president, or marshal enough support in the opposition, but don't go to interior issues that may affect our relationship with America, and not just America. You remember when he is in America, everybody is watching him. Not only Kenya here, not only the entire Africa, the entire nation is interested in knowing who is this Rigathi Gachagua. What is this that he is telling the world? Is it true? Is it false? And remember, Rigathi Gachagua stands up on a platform where whatever he says, be it a lie, be it a falsehood, people will tend to believe it. So we will request him to remain focused and cultivate our good relationship with the countries that he's gonna visit. Be it the America where he is being hosted currently, or anywhere else that he may deem necessary to visit.
Because I'm very sure whatever he's going to say, he's also part and parcel of those things.
Definitely, he has been part of the system
when he was in government.
Suppose he was still in government, would he say what he is saying today? I think Bwana Rigathi Gachagua has spared some of these things, Bwana.
We saw a former politician, the late Saitoti, said there comes a times when a nation is more important
than an individual.
So it's high time that he also need now to refocus, because you can imagine, maybe we can give a reference of scenario of the former president, NURU Kenyatta. He was so much, compacted with the negativity from the current president and the former deputy president when he was still in the regime, and he kept quiet. Okay, he said whatever he said.
He kept much to himself. That makes a statement.
So I think now he needs now to understand, because even if whatever you do, you're still a Kenyan. You don't need now to spoil,
and suppose he comes back and even probably they win an election, which I don't think they will. They can't beat the current president, of course. If he was in power, would he feel good when our country, our fabric is such exposed negatively we externally? I don't think it is fair. Let him be fair enough to our country. We are not all of us are not in the USA. We are here, we are proud of our country, and we remain patriotic to this particular country,
to our nation.
If he doesn't love Kenya, let him prolong his stay in America. He can even sell some of the chunks of land that he has here in Kenya and enjoy life the rest of his life in America.
He's still going to come back. So a lot of have been happening. Unajua our nation, we have a very good revenue stream. We are very good at collecting money. KRA iko na very good system. The other platform wako na very good system. Sasa hizo ukiangalia watu wenye wameregister ni more than 15 million Kenyans. The citizen now ilikuwa composed na all the government services ziko pale. Ziko centralized. Na equalization, kwa sababu kulikuwa na mambo ambayo ilikuwa yanafanyika pale. And so many other things ambazo zimekuwa zikifanyika pale. But shocking, that is a revelation. From the office of the Auditor General, ya kwamba kumekuwa na fraud imekuwa ikiendelea kwa citizen. There was a time the PS of Treasury alisema they don't have, they hawana hizo rights, they are the platform that they don't receive the money to them. So you wonder where the money goes. So the office of the Treasury reveal ya kwamba kuna some of the money like
that has gotten to wrong pockets.
Kumekuwa na that is a illegal, that is a fee ambayo imekuwa pale of 2.6 billion ambayo imekuwa pale. So kuna mambo ambayo imekuwa kifanyika hapa, and it is very bad.
I think it's good that the Auditor General and Kimotho, given a chance, I would be allowed to celebrate Gathongo. She's done an excellent job. Finance Gathongo, wherever you are, we celebrate you. You are the eyes of this particular country. When others are sleeping on their oversight roles, Nancy Gathongo is doing a credible job. Was it yesterday we sat with the PAC committee, the Public Accounts Committee in Parliament, together with the three treasurer, the three PSs, Treasury, IT, and Immigration, and they were at pain to explain to her how such monies have not been accounted for. Such monies cannot be cited where the money went after it has been collected by the government. And I think Dr. William Samoei Ruto, our president, meant well when he centralized the collection of government monies into one account. But we need now to be told who are these? Who is webmaster? Who owns webmaster? Is the government in control or somebody else is in control? So that the benefits benefits that the president aimed at having from centralizing the collection of these monies is realized. Because if there are some perforations, that this money is leaving the account, the centralized account, into unknown destinies, I think that needs to be controlled. And it's good that we curb this early enough, because I think centralization, collection of government money into one system is a very good thing. Because even it goes in line with the PFM Act, where we are not supposed to have, you remember when the Auditor General was moving from one county to the other, he found that there were some counties that had gone against the PFM Act and had so many accounts,
over 200.
That is it. So it's against the PFM Act, and such things ought to be controlled. The PSAs need not tell us that they do not know where this money went. They do not need to tell us that they have not lost any money, because if it is not documented, you know, the Auditor General does not deal with individuals. He speaks to documents. So they asked for more time to sit with the document and see where exactly this money has gone. And it's not little money. Banakimodo, we are talking of close to 9 billion shillings.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Remember, this is coming at a time when our capitation to schools is ailing. We have enough issues that require money. So let the government, let those who are in office be responsible, and let them do justice to our dear president. He meant well with this kind of collection. Why are some people so hell-bent to make sure that he misses the mark? I think it's also upon him to make sure that he cracks the whip, and makes sure that if there are individuals within the system who are rogue, who are not pro-system, they should be shown the way early enough.
It is very unfortunate,
It is.
Hear that,
and remember,
money.
I remember there was a suggestion that even our county governments now get streamlined to the e-citizen collections. But I'm also against the whole idea, because you see, like here in Nakuru, we have a system that does the collection of revenue, be it the car parks, be it the licensing and all that. We have already contracted those system providers. Are we going to cancel the contract so that we can go back to e-citizen? I think it's and it's also against devolution, the spirit of devolution. Let every county handle its own revenue collections.
You know, when they streamline every county to go to one system, it's going to make other counties to hide in between.
Definitely. And we don't know, after collecting these monies into the national government, are we again going to have the monies delayed coming back to the county so that we can utilize the funds into our development agendas?
I think what we need is more regulation, because we have a very good system of collecting that is revenue and all the services. The only thing is that whatever is happening now is how we utilize the money. The system is utilization, the authorization of
and the sealing of loopholes. Why are we losing this money? If we are able, if the centralized system has been effectively utilized to collect those funds, it means that it's effective. Then we need to have controls and checks so that we seal loopholes for the corrupt individuals who are misusing the monies.
So we need action to be done.
Definitely.
See the people listed here. If so far the investigation is going to be concluded, we need to see them being apprehended. Warudisha hii pesa yote. This money is going to do a lot to to other services.
Exactly.
Other departments that need
if this has been lost, over that period of time, if you can save this particular money, I'm sure even the president will shine in his development agenda. Pump this money into the areas that are ailing in the country. And you're going to realize that Kenyans only needed the services. Once this money goes to service delivery, and the development agenda by the president, definitely Kenyans will smile. And you know what? They will all rally behind him.
So despite of all that has been happening, to me, as we wind up, to me, our Harambee stars, they have made us proud. You know, it is something by the as you watch now those games, in fact, sazini unajiuliza, hiyo ni Kasarani kweli?
Bana.
Is this our nation? The stadium vile ambavyo ilitengeneza, you know, inaonekana.
Nilishangaa sana mpaka tuko na VAR machines. I say kudos to the president. Yes. I say kudos to the Ministry of Sports and Infrastructure Development. That is an excellent facility. Yes. And for Harambee Stars, again, kudos bana. You're doing us proud. Yes. I never imagined that we could get this far. They were able to hold Angola 10 men against 11, and they were able to hold them to a draw of 1-1. Yes. But again, kamfuko ya president pia inafanya kazi. Prezo, asante sana. Unajua hizo pesa wachezaji wakizipata bana Kemotho, they are going to ensure that the money is circulating. Once they get each 1 million, you know, some of them, I think they have relatives here in Nakuru and here in Bahati. So watu wa boda si watabeba hawa watu kidogo, mahindi kitoka si tutarudisha maharagwe. So let this money start circulating. And thank you a lot, bana president, for that gesture. You know, it's also an idea that is rejuvenating. Soccer is an avenue of income generation to our youth. Remember, we are talking of a large number of youth who are unemployed. It's high time they got into sports. Sijui kama mwaka kesho pia tutakuwa na ingine apatiane kamita. Jana unaona walibeba 500. I think we are moving on nicely. And as they face Morocco, we wish them all the best. So it is a good thing. They have made us proud. It is. This they have revived the old spirit of Harambee Stars. Exactly. Because kitambo ilikuwa inajulikana vile ambavyo ilikuweko pale. And it was also a very good, you know, vile walipatia the psych from the government itself. That is it. Na it was the motivation ilikuwa mzuri sana. We also want to thank our Kenyans kwa sababu pia walienda pale, especially mechi ya kwanza. In fact, hata security walishindwa kuhandle watu kwa sababu ilibidi waachilie watu waweze kuingia pale. That is it. Watu hawajali kama ni usiku. So meaning that security imekuwa beefed up vizuri. Yes. Kule ndani pia kumekuwa nini kuko sawa. At least kuna kitu ambayo maintain our good image outside there. Yes. But again, Kenyans also need to a little bit realize that we are being watched across the entire globe, and they need to behave well. ile mngengano tunakuanga nayo tukiingia kwa uwanja, tafadhalini tusikue nayo, tutumie tiketi. Kama huna tiketi wewe ngojea tu nje kwa sababu tuko na ile metaratara. There is the organization and the expected code of conduct when we have such matches held in this particular country. Remember, we want to shine so that we are also considered for World Cup and the likes. So let's show that we are responsible Kenyans. Let the world not get our bad behaviors. Yes. So we are so much grateful, and all these stories you can is always good now to go and you know, check in the newspapers, in other platform. It is always you know, good for you to be informed. Kenya sisi ufanya is just to do a brief kuweza kuelezea what has been happening. So as you wind up utaelezea nini watazamaji? Mimi naambia wa Kenya tuendelee kushabikia timu yetu ya Harambee Stars inapoendelea na michuano yao ambayo imebakia, na rais hiyo kamfuko fungua kabisa, wafungulie mfuko kabisa, kwa sababu tumeona wanapopata hizo pesa morali yao pale katika wakati wanaposakata kabubu inazidi kuinuka. Na shukran, hongera. Thank you so much for always coming and kutupatia the ideology of what has been happening. Asante sana. So to our viewers, thank you so much, and we wish you a blessed day and also a blessed weekend.